is, what it was, and what it be like. This your host with the most, Daniel the Prophet, on this Throw It In There Thursday, man. Now, I call this Throw It In There Thursday because I'm just throwing this in there, since I ain't uploading nothing on Tell It Tuesday or fucking Fridays. As the days goes on, if I don't upload on those 2 days, then I just name the other days that's not scheduled for me to upload no videos on. I just, name it however I feel at the moment, man. So at the moment right now, I'm calling this Throw It In There Thursday. So I'm just gonna throw in whatever bullshit that happened last week or last weekend on this day, man, and we're gonna make a video about this shit. So I appreciate y'all being patient with me. I got a lot of things going on, as everybody else in this world got things going on in their life too. But I really got some stuff going on, you know what I mean? Hard times like Curtis Mayfield, man. But hey, it ain't nothing too heavy that God put on my shoulder that I can't handle. So whatever he can give me, man, I can deal with it. It won't kill me, What don't kill you make you stronger. So we're gonna recap this fight that happened last weekend. Now I really didn't watch it in real time, because these YouTubers fighting, they not real boxers, just basically celebrity fighting. But I caught the recap and I'm like, why not? I go on to cover this fight, man, So these two fighters right here, man, dude named H2O, like water, and Lucas Body. I think he Body, that's like an Indian cat, so H2O, he 20 years old. Body, he's 30 years old, He around the same age as me. H2O 5'8", Body, he 5'9", 134, both around the same height, both around the same weight, so they evenly matched, man. Now, I didn't know these two cats, and I checked the fight out, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it was pretty interesting. H2O, he came out, man, with the right hand and hurt Lucas with a nice right hand, in the back of his head. That's your equilibrium. So if you get hit back there, you'll lose balance. So he hit him back there, you see Lucas, as you see on the screen right there, he just lost balance, man. He almost knocked him down, but he didn't. He just made him, wobble. So H2O was doing good, man. For the first half of the fight, he was doing good from round 1 all the way to round, 6. But man, right here in the 6th round, man, Lucas caught him with a right hand. He's like, oh, you gonna get me with a right hand? I'm gonna catch you with a short right hand on your chin. Bruh. He made H2O chin go up in the air, man. So he caught him with one right hand. And then H2O tried to go down. I guess he was trying to slip a punch that was gonna come after that. But nah, man, he didn't see that shit coming, man. He hit him with another right hand. He hit him with the first right hand and had him dazed and shit. When he hit him with that second right hand, that was it. And then he followed with that left hook. Man, he fell straight down to the motherfucking mat, man. Flat on the motherfucking mat. And man, that was a nasty knockout. Now, I know at the end of the year, they do the, knockouts of the year and shit like that. Even though these ain't real boxers and these content creating or influencers, that's what they call it. Influencers boxing or influence, whatever that you want to call this shit, but they influencers, you know what I mean? That's influencing boxing. They gonna put this down as one of the knockouts of the year, man, because when he hit that man with that right hand and his chin went up in the air and he was looking up at the clouds or he was looking up at the ceiling, because they was in an arena or whatever, and then he followed that shit up with that left hook, man, he laid him flat on his motherfucking stomach, not his back, because he laid flat on his motherfucking chest, man. And man, that shit was a nasty knockout. I mean, bruh, they said he's okay. He had to go to the hospital after that, man. But yeah, in that 6th round, man, nice combinations that Lucas was throwing. And I'm gonna tell you what messed H2O up. When he was in the inside fighting in the pocket and he had his chin too far in front of his knee. Now, if you a fighter out there or you know anything about fighting or whatever, if you got your chin out there extended out too far in front of your knee, you leaving your whole face exposed to some counters and shit. And you getting caught clean with a nice shot that can put you out of there. And that's what happened to H2O. He should have had his motherfucking guards up. He didn't have his guard up. You see his motherfucking guard is down. And that's that left hook I was telling you about. He followed that shit up. He was already stunned with that right hand. But nigga, after he hit him with that right hand, then he followed with that left hook. That was it. Man, that was night right there, man. Bada boom, bada bam. So that was in the 6th round. He was doing good. And the funny thing about this is he was doing good throughout the 1st round when he caught Lucas with that right hand all the way up to the 6th round. He was winning the whole fight. But like I said, you know, he was defensive. He was defensively irresponsible. So that hand wasn't up like how it's supposed to be, you know, and that chin wasn't tucked down. You know, he had his chin up in the air. Oh my God, man. When a nigga be working, I don't understand. I mean, y'all tell me this. Every time y'all be working, do motherfuckers be hitting you up? Now, when you don't be doing nothing, or, you know what I'm saying, you ain't on your phone, nothing like that, people don't want to call you. But then when you got to use your phone for work, or you doing any type of work, you got motherfuckers calling you, distract you and shit like that. I just don't get it. But anywho, yeah, man, that was a nasty knockout, man. But it all started with that right hand. It was a short right hand. He didn't see that shit coming because he inside trying to fight instead of, you know, using his defense. He doing good. Like I said, he was doing good from round 1 all the way to 6 until he got caught with that right hand. Then he got caught with that second right hand. And then that left hook, they just took him out of there. And that's why he laid down flat on the mat like you see right there. You know what I mean? So, you know, God bless him, man. I hope he'll recover soon. That way they say he did recover, but I hope he recover fully. You know what I mean? And have all his faculties together, man, and live to fight another day, man. But congratulations to Lucas, and that was a good fight, man. So I want to see their next fight, you know. Now the main event, you know, this is Jake Paul versus Mike Perry. Now I didn't want to watch this motherfucking fight because, like I said, it's not real boxing. You know, these influencers boxing. But nevertheless, Jake Paul bring in the audience. You know, he bring in the younger crowd, and that bring in more eyes on boxing. So because he's an influencer on, you know, social media, he bringing all these followers to boxing. More people that didn't watch boxing before now start watching boxing because, you know, of him. So, you know, it's a double-edged sword, man. It's a gift and a curse, you know what I mean? So I checked it out later, you know. Mike Perry, he's an MMA fighter. You know, like Jake Paul fight all MMA fighters. He don't fight no real boxers. I think only one real boxer he fought was I can't even think of a real fighter. He was gonna fight a real boxer, but he ended up pulling out. I can't think of his name right now. But I'll come back on another video and get down the corrections of what real boxer he fight. But I'm pretty sure the boxer that he fought, he was a no-name, or he was a person that didn't have a lot of wins. He had a whole bunch of losses. So in this round, you see in the 1st round, Jake Paul ended up catching him with an overhand right, you know, and end up knocking Mike Perry down, you know. So this fight was really whack, man. They was throwing wild punches all over the place. I mean, it wasn't no punches being turned professionally, like they wasn't even training for 3 months or 6 months, however long they was up preparing before this bout happened. It seemed like these motherfuckers was learning on the streets, like they got taught on the streets how to fight. They were throwing wild punches. Their chin was all in the air and shit. You know, Jake Paul didn't have no stamina like he always doesn't have when he in each fight. I'm like, dude, how you training for all these fights and don't have no stamina? You know, but nevertheless, you know, he been boxing longer than Mike Perry. Mike Perry is an MMA fighter. You know, they do martial arts with kicking and grappling as long as punching, but less punching than it is boxing. So they do more grappling and kicking and shit. So he ain't that good on the punching side. So Jake Paul, you know, had his number on that end. So he ended up getting him with his victory and stopped him in the 6th round. Coincidentally, right? Because the last fight we just got through talking about, H2O ended up getting knocked out in the 6th round, and then, you know, Jake Paul ended up stopping Mike Perry in the 6th round. You know, Mike Perry, he wasn't really doing nothing. He was trying. I mean, I give him, he was tough. He was coming forward and this and that, but doing defensively sound. Like he had his hands down, man, his chin all up in the air and shit, and that's due to MMA because they used to just kicking and grappling all the time, you know, and put motherfucking submission holds and shit like that. These niggas don't just stand up and just fucking throw punches and shit. You know, they doing a whole bunch of wrestling moves and shit. You know what I mean? So this shit was scripted. You already know he was gonna win this one, man. And here go the vow of silence, you know, for all my conspiracy. I ain't even call it conspiracy theories because it's out there. It's all on YouTube. You can see all the symbolic Masonic symbols that the people in the industry use and shit like that when they in their business, man. So, you know, he doing it right now, the vow of silence right now, you know. Hear nothing, say nothing. What they say, hear no evil, say no evil. You know what I mean? So telling you stay silent about the things that's going on in the underworld, man, and you know, behind the curtains and stuff like that. But we all know, man, like I said, you know, it's all out there. The information is on YouTube. You can look it up in books. You can look it up everywhere. It's all out there, man, about the Illuminati and the Masons and shit like that. So nevertheless, you know what I mean? and that nasty ass Prime. You see that Prime shit he got in his hand? I went to the store the other day. They had a whole bunch of cases of that shit. And what store was that? Was that Tom Thumb? It was one of them motherfucking grocery stores. I forget. You know, I be going shopping and shit. I be forgetting. But I think it was Tom Thumb. They had a whole bunch of those Prime drinks. I think that's an energy drink stacked up and shit. And I heard a few people got sick off that shit. Or died, allegedly. I don't know. I don't want y'all to be coming after me and shit, talking about, you know what I'm saying, I'm throwing allegations out there and stuff like that, and I don't have no proof. So I just heard about it. You know, allegedly, people getting sick off of drinking that shit. I don't drink that shit, no way. I don't drink that. I used to drink Red Bull back in the day, like back in 2008 and shit like that, when we used to smoke, you know what I mean? And we weren't old enough to buy no alcohol, so we'll get that Red Bull and, you know what I mean? And try to get a little buzz off of smoking that bud and drinking that Red Bull. And I mean, it did a little something, but you know, it wasn't as strong as alcohol, of course, you know what I mean? But nevertheless, man, that was the fights that happened, man. Of course, Jake Paul won. It was all scripted. It was all written, you know, just like the Trump thing. Well, I ain't even gonna talk about it because I don't want them striking my video or nothing like that. For me bashing the so-called leaders of the free world, even though it's not a free world. We gotta pay for every goddamn thing, you know. In the meanwhile, not in the meanwhile, but shit, sooner or later we end up, like my dad used to say, we end up gonna have to pay for breathing in this motherfucker for air, you know, since they charge for everything else, man. So I ain't about to go on the rant, man. I just want to give y'all a video because I know you ain't heard from me since last week, and that was just a short, you know. I couldn't really say too much on that because, like I said, you know, YouTube real strict, you know, about the content that we put out there when it got something to do with politics and race and religion and stuff like that. So I had to make it brief, you know what I'm saying? So this your man Daniel the Prophet on this Throw It In There Thursdays, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I might upload something for y'all tomorrow on fucking Fridays. If not tomorrow, then Saturday. But I might upload some tomorrow though, man. You know, for real, since I've been gone for a minute. And that little short, that went up like a 55-second video. So I gotta give y'all some good juicy content, you know what I mean? But this your man Daniel the Prophet, man. I hope y'all having a good Thursday, and I'm gonna see you on the next one.